Good afternoon, everyone. It's time for the Turtlecast. My apologies for missing last week. We are back on schedule, so probably there is more questions for me to answer on our Discord. Ask the Turtle question section. We'll do that. We'll as well check all the news. There is an update coming without a date yet, but with next season, Milepost 0. We finally got the Caravan to explore. How does it work? And my first impressions are on the live stream, so you can check it out if you are interested. I will not cover too much of the spoilers, as usually I just don't do story spoilers or stuff like that in here. But there is dedicated stream for that. In the future, I will probably upload a video about the mechanics of the Caravan owning company. How does it actually work? There are still bugs, of course. There, it's a public test server, early phase. There is a new weapon that we are getting that I will try to upload a review today or tomorrow. I will still test it a little bit on the member hangout. The new rifle that Bethesda is dropping with the next update as well. The cool one. I like how they implemented totally new mechanics for it. But that as well, I will do a video about it. About other official news, there is no other articles. There is only the one about incoming update Milepost 0. So that's what is in the news section on follow.com. Milepost 0. For the news in regards to the current state of the game, you are probably aware about the bugs and so on. So yeah, it's real, but Bethesda already acknowledged most of them, and they are indeed working on those. So that a quick recap, I will show you messages submitted by Bethesda on Discord in a second, but first let me say hi to people in the chat. Hello there, Michael Just, Station, Road, Rat Rod, Spiteful Angel, Adefion Jack, T-Dog, PDM, Spatgun Rich, Alan Smort, RHPS, Chris, TFE Archive, Mr. Kill Jr., Stantul, Car Connolly, Jay-Z, and Armando Villages, Philip, and Nomis. And we have special messages from our members. So first, TFE Archive is saying, welcome back, Mr. Turtle. Thank you very much. And then Stantul360 is saying, yes, Turtle, good to see your face this Friday. Sorry to hear you were under the weather last week, my friend. Yeah, thank you very much for your kind words. As I said, it was nothing really serious, but it was a throat infection, so my voice was impacted, and yeah, I don't think anyone wanted to see me struggle with talking. That would not be the best experience for anyone, neither me or you, so I decided, yeah, I'm skipping. For our collective good. Our collective good, I did skip last week. Okay. Is the Vault outfit in the game? I'm not sure if you're asking about Armando. They're probably the loading screens in the game. Most of the outfits do exist. I'm not sure if they are new. Like in the game in Fallout 76, there are hundreds of available outfits. I'm losing track, to be honest, which ones are completely new and which ones are there for years and we just forget about them. It's really hard to keep track. There's so many outfits. Quick info about the Caravan, and my opinion. I think it's amazing system that is being added to the game. Completely new and something unique. It's imagine you like to have a nice base and something of your own in the game, but you hate camp building. So that's for you. You will have something amazing in the game and you don't need any building skills for that. So that's the short for me. So that's me. That's me, the person that do not know how to build, but wants to have something cool in the game. So that's me. That's why I really like the new update. There is grind coming with it, and that to be expected. Like, I don't know why some people assume there should be no grind in MMO. But there are people like that assume there should be no grind. I don't understand that. It's clearly like in our times, single player games have insane grind, and MMO without grind, that would be something new, and probably no one will ever play. That's why there is no MMO without a grind. Alright, so first, messages from Bethesda from Discord if you missed them. We are jumping in there straight away. Let me open that. Which one was? Okay. So that's the one about... okay, see in here. I found it. Let me change the camera. Not that camera. So that was 23rd when we received this mid-season update full of bugs, unfortunately, and the patch notes were uploaded. I already discussed the patch notes in the video. Not everything was even in the patch notes, but yeah, there are patch notes there. Then, quickly after, there was a lot of reports about the map. It's still an issue, and they're fixing it, hopefully soon. The same bug is present for a while in public test servers, so I don't know how it happened that they still reproduce it to the main game. It was reported on the test server. Next, there was a couple more updates. Aware of an issue with the straw goat from the Holiday Scorch event, those who have already received it will have it fixed in an upcoming patch. In the meantime, the team will no longer drop item will no longer drop as a reward. So straw goat is broken. Also, have you heard Santatron is back? Claim yours in Atomic Shop now. So Santatron was missing when the event started, but they added it. So if you missed on the Santatron, claim it. Santatron is incredibly important. And then another news. Hello friends, we are aware that today's Gain Experience challenge isn't granting correct score. We'll be adding an additional challenge on Saturday to make up for today's issue. So Saturday is tomorrow, so we're supposed to get additional challenge. So those are official informations from Bethesda. Therefore, they did acknowledge most of the issues. Not all of them, but there will be another patch. I don't know how fast they can pull it, but there would be another patch. Now, ask the turtle section. We need to get there. There's a lot of questions unanswered. Let me find where I stopped. Okay, what was the date? It should be 12. Okay, 12 supposed to be last week. Turtlecast that we missed. I mean, question from 12. 12 was the last Turtlecast and we missed the one after. So from the 12th, I need to answer. Okay, and here we go. Hi, IT, quick question. Regarding the new crafting system. If I was to scrap, say, 25 3-star weapons, which would net me 1000 scrip, and I get, say, one box mod from them that I feel is rubbish and no good to anyone, what return do you get if you scrap that box? You cannot scrap that box. You can toss it away if you don't want it. You cannot scrap it. The legendary mod box, you can use it, sell it, or toss away. That's how the system works. So, no. There's no additional value in it. Mr. Turtle, can you swap legendaries on torn armor with the new system? Yes, you can. Which is awesome, finally. Next. Hey Turtle, so now that we are getting a new legendary crafting system, don't you think they should add inventory lock? I always was thinking that, so this didn't change. There is still no inventory lock. Edit. Also, can you talk about this Caravan? There is stream up if someone interested in more details about Caravan. Stacking poison. I don't know if any of that will have any value anymore. Plus, the Strangleheart Power Armor is supposed to receive a poison buff on the public test server. Last time I checked, it wasn't working. I will be testing again soon. Dear Mr. Angry Love. Okay, that should be a period. Dear Mr. Angry, love the videos. With the changes, is it going to be better to turn legendaries in for script or scrap them to get legendary modules? Not legendary modules, legendary mod boxes. Legendary modules is what we have for crafting. Legendary mod boxes are the specific legendary effects in form of a box. And it's overall better to scrap them until you have the boxes you need. So, in my opinion, although you do need some script, you just put to the script machine items that do not have any good legendary effects, and whatever is containing a good legendary effects you scrap with the new system, hoping that you will drop a box mod. Can you put legendary modifications on Torm? Yes. If so, is it possible to craft unyielding +1 strength weapon weight reduction Torn set? Yes, and it would be +2 strength because it was updated on public test server. It's more strength now. Also, do weapons and armor share the strength modification, or are there different strength mods? Different strength mods. The armor one is +2 strength, the weapon one is +3 strength, and that's a different star. So those are two different mods. Next, Rascal. How do the featured camps in PTS work? Think it was mentioned in one of last stream. Okay, yeah, I can quickly explain it. So that's a new feature. If you have a nice camp and you want to show it off, you submit this camp for the featured camps. Then it will appear on several random servers for 1 hour where people can give you upvotes for your camp. The more upvotes your camp will receive, the more it will show on different maps. When it shows on other map, it's not really yours, it's a copy of your camp that people can visit and see how it looks like to then vote on it. The copy of this camp will be showing up, and if you will be getting a lot of upvotes, like thumbs ups, it will show up more and more people will see it. Really cool feature for camp builders. So that's something new and looks like really cool. Next question. What would a perfect dragon look like? Hard to tell, really. I'm not really sure what will be the perfect dragon after the next update. And the armor 2-shot. 2-shot is really bad currently, so I don't think 2-shot will be helpful. Anti-armor decent. Probably bloodied explosive. I'm not sure how explosive will work on dragons. It's rather weak as it's shotgun explosive currently on dragon. So maybe something else. If we could, I didn't test if we could put last shot on it, but probably not. Therefore, yeah, dragons, it's hard to do really something awesome with them. I did a video a while back about dragon build with like 12 dragon weapons to rotate them and kill bosses. It was working, but it is a lot of work. There is someone's recommendation for dragons. Okay, looking for advice. I don't know how I did it because I did complete the last season, but it appears that I missed the railway rifle gilded paint. Does anyone know another way of getting it? You cannot. If you missed it, you need to wait until they add it to Atom Shop in the future. They do that with previous seasons, like the season packages, but other than that, there is no way. With the buff to minigun, does it also buff the Gauss minigun of targeting the head? Yes, it helps all weapons with the weak spot changes, especially with fast firing weapons. So the weapons that do unload a lot of projectiles benefit the most, and yeah, of course, Gauss Mini included. Has eviction notice been removed from the mutated events rotation? No. What are you planning to upgrade once the new crafting comes in? Weapons, armor, and particular roles? Quick answer would be everything. I want to focus on armors the most, and then weapons. Especially I want sets like Unyielding, +2 strength or all pieces, Unyielding, +2 intelligence I already have, so that would be upgraded because it's currently +1. I want specific sets of armor that I can use for a lot of things. So that is what I'm focusing. And my power armor, of course. I want to upgrade to Overeaters, probably +2 strength, or elemental resistances. One set of +2 endurance on all the pieces with new endurance perks. That's awesome too, for super mega tank. A lot of armor pieces, that's a shortcut. And perfect power armor sets, more than one. Have you been hyper obsessed with not scrapping certain effects no matter how with trash the other rolls are? I'm hyper obsessed with saving as many 3 stars as I can, period, because I'm completionist in sense of game mechanics, so I want every single possible box mod, regardless if it's usable and good today or not. I don't know for what answer is that, because message was deleted. Check out the Perfect Storm PTS, despite that they didn't mention how PTS... Oh, they did mention it now. They clearly worked on it. They did. I feel that even without legendary effect, it's good weapon now. Would they give us a scope, like Anchorage Ace? Yeah, that's a good question. Like, I would like those unique weapons to be able to be crafted into legendary. That would be a game changer. Currently, they did add a little bit to it, a little bit more dot and stuff. It's not a total game changer in my opinion, but it is a step in the right direction. Next, for the Enclave Plasma Gun, you said you are looking for calibrated capacitor mod after the Enclave was nerfed, as it would be better. Would you still equip the Flamer mod with it, or what other mods would be used? Yeah, the Flamer mod remains to be the most powerful. You look into Flamer mod, but the damage went down. Ultrasight capacitor. Yeah, the total damage goes down, but calibrated gives you 100% extra damage for your criticals, which is more when you average out. Like, if you have crit every second shot, every other shot has 100% bonus. So on average, you have 50% bonus for all shots, if you are using this exclusively in VAS, of course. So that's more than Ultrasight capacitor, which is like 20 or 25. I'm not 100, maybe 30. Definitely less than 50%, so it's weaker. Next. Hello. So I'm having issue with map opening. Yeah, me too. Me too, mate. Everyone has. Map is completely broken. Yeah, the fast travel mat is only available for workshops. You cannot put it in camp. Can I create a video for blooded builds, what perks to use, what mutations, etc.? Like, check my build videos to whatever kind of build you are trying to make. I have loadouts and explanation for all the perks I'm using. There is no overall video with a blooded best perks, as they change, depend what your goal is. They are nerfing eviction notice. 1/3 of the legendary spawns after the changes. They would still be legendary spawning frequently, but like 1 at a time and not 3 at a time. So each wave will still probably carry 1 legendary, but that's it. Hello. Is the Packrat perk diminishing the weight of the legendary modules on PTS since they are considered junk item? I did not test, but it should. I didn't test that, but it should reduce the weight of those. I will test it next time I will be there. Hi, Mr. T. Does the better critical perk card, crit damage 2nd star on weapon, and blight soup all stack together, or does one override another? They all stack together additively, which means you add all the bonuses and then apply them to the weapon. You do not multiply one by the other. That was the old system with criticals, what was making criticals even more overpowered than they are today. Now you add it. So let's say, for example, you have better critical perk card, which is, wait, how much was it? 100%? I think 100%. then 50% from second star, that's 150, and Blight Zoop boosted by Herbivore and Team 125. So in total you will have 275%. You just add the percentages together, and then you forgot Mutation, Eagle Eyes will add on top of that. Hi Mr. T. When the update arrives, will the legendary cores be deleted or converted? We still don't know. The developers said that they are thinking what's the best use case of the legendary cores, what should be done with them or still used for something. They didn't give us answer. So we don't know. That's straightforward. Mr. T. What was the nerf to Gauss shotgun? Explosive effect. Greatly reduced. Joe, should I save weapons with 3 stars and even 1 star that has blooded, for example? Quick answer would be yes. You are limited by capacity of stuff you can store, so I'm storing only 3 stars. But if you have enough mules to store 3 stars, 1 stars and everything else, yes, store it all. Tested the PTS. The Gauss minigun with explosive effect is now the strongest energy heavy gun in the game due to added 20% damage for explosive effect added to the Gauss minigun 15%, so it's 35% total damage added. Yes, it's true, but in here I would like to say that we do not know, there is no official answer from developers if stacking of the explosives is intended. So currently we can add explosive effect to Gauss weapons and they add up. I don't know if that's intended. So I would not be too hyped about it just yet, because we don't know if that's gonna stay or if it's intended. There was no word about that. And back to you in the chat. We have a special message from Jeremy Zimmerman saying, I've been traveling so much the last few months, I barely got to catch your streams live. Great to see you, Turtle. Oh, great to see you too, Jeremy, and I'm happy to hear you are traveling. I love traveling myself, so I'm happy to hear that you're enjoying your time and traveling a lot. If you can, keep doing that. I will be just slightly jealous. And Chessus for you, gifting 5 memberships. Thank you a lot, Chessus for you, and those goes to Mike Snow, Siamaramu, Station Road Rat Roots, Nomad, and B-Uni. Welcome, and may the shell be with you. And don't look at my hand, a little bit of blood. I was putting cardboards into the bin and made a stupid decision to punch them in order to pack them. So that's that, nothing serious. That's why it's like a drop of blood. Punching cardboards, not recommended. Okay, if you have any questions in the chat, I'm looking now. So I was reading through all of it. Now I'm in the chat finally after I answered all the questions. And Rascal is going for unyielding, 2 endurance, weapon weight reduction on armor. It is absolutely good choice. Very universal one. I want specific ones too, like for melee and carry weight, plus 2 strength. Like don't forget the strength outside of adding damage to melee weapons, which will be, like auto axe will be a #1 weapon after the next patch, if it drops as it is now on public test server. So, plus 2 strength not only increases melee damage, but as well, each point of strength 5 carry weight, 10 strength, 50 carry weight. That's significant, for me at least. Next time is the power fist you got. Yeah, I should have. But it's a plastic power fist, it only looks cool, so I don't know if I would possibly broke it too. I would save script for the update. I would not be buying modules. The main reason for that, the modules will be very easy to obtain. All events, all public events will be dropping modules. So farming modules after update will be way easier than it is now. Oh, Chris Zimmerman, thank you for rejoining Turtles Army. Welcome back. Thank you. Still no love for pistols. Pistols fall back hard. There is love for auto rifles again, with new weapon being added. Nothing for pistols. Yeah, so don't really stockpile on too many modules for no reason. I mean, do it if you have no use case for script. I'm taking my bets, my strategies with my script. Whenever Minerva will be doing a sale, I will get a lot of 3-star armor pieces to stockpile them on my mule for scrapping in the future. But that's my strategy. There is a risk with it. I'm assuming that the current public test server system will remain the same when it goes live, which is not guaranteed. If you track my videos, we are on version 3.0, so they keep changing how the legendary crafting works. Therefore, I would not put 100% on one or the other strategy. About the cores, we still don't know if they will have value or not, but still nothing we can do about cores. There's no way to buy a lot of cores or do anything with them today, so you just accumulate them and we'll see what will be done. Something will be most likely done with cores, we just don't know what. And the gadroll on railway rifle after the nerf will be quad faster fire rate and AP cost reduction. That would be the gadroll if the next patch go live, because they are giving a penalty to fire rate to auto piston receiver, but simultaneously faster fire rate effect will be calculated from the old values, unless they notice that. But currently on public test server, the faster fire rate is calculated from old values. Therefore, faster fire rate in result is giving railway 50% more fire rate, not 25. Yeah, I do have a pistol build on my channel. They didn't change anything about expeditions. They still drop those legendaries the same as on live. They only nerfed eviction notice. I didn't try the burning laugh after the latest changes, no. About Holy Fire and Eldermark, I don't know what's the plan. On public test server, we cannot craft them as a legendary for some reason. But the ones that were rerolled previously on live remain the effect, so I don't know what's the plan. Jeremy is saying, this may sound silly, but I saved all of my legacy weapons and threw them on another character. I'm going to bring them back and restore them to their former forms. Yeah, the legacy are interesting topic. They probably have no way to re-add explosive effect automatically, but will be able to do it manually, so that's something. And it will not be exactly the former glory, as explosive effect on energy weapons is completely new. Oh, chess is for you. Thank you a lot for $10. Appreciate that. And the message is, I've been crafting lots of Secret Service armor and storing them since they are cheap. Is there anything better to do this with? There is really nothing better. Secret Service is the cheapest, although it takes a lot of space. And it's non-tradable. That's the biggest downside. I do plan to craft Secret Service myself, but a day before update, so I don't need to store it. My plan is to just craft it before update when the changes will be almost guaranteed to go through. Like when there will be like a final version of public test server and update date announced, then a day before update I will craft. That's my plan. That's my personal plan. Will it work well? We'll see. Mr. Kill Jr., thank you a lot for $5, and Mr. Kill is saying they need to buff the other events, not the other way around. Yeah, I do agree. Other events should be buffed and give something unique. I don't know what really is the idea with nerfing stuff like eviction notice, especially that it's appearing like what, every 3 to 4 hours? It's not like you are doing eviction notice back to back, unless they count for people that keep server hopping and communicating which server has eviction notice to go there. I don't know. But yeah, for me, eviction notice is really cool only because of those legendaries. I would not be even doing eviction notice if there would be no legendaries. No, Holy Fire and Elder Mark stays in the game, but on the public test server you cannot change legendary effects on them, and we do not know if it's intended or a bug. With new system, you will not be able to randomly reroll legendary effects. This functionality is going away to make room for legendary crafting. So no rerolling. The update date is not yet known, most likely early September. But that's speculation. There is no confirmation. Yeah, no date. And yes, thank you a lot for all the likes and your presence in the chat. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. If you have any more questions, let me know. So I'm mainly answering questions today. That's the plan for this Turtlecast. I'm answering your questions in the chat, in the Discord, about the incoming update, about the present stuff in the game. If you have any questions of that, I'm here. Oh, if you are missing some events not showing on the map, when you open the little tab in the corner of the map, switch to the second tab when there are all the camps as well, player camps. Usually the events show up there. So even if they're invisible on the map, you can choose them from the list with current map bug. Yes, for new legendary rolling, they want to add requirements for bubbleheads and magazines and serums and other ingredients to craft legendary mod boxes. So storing all the possible bobbleheads and magazines is a good idea for now, especially that those are very light. So if you find any in the world, even if you don't need to use them, store them in your stash box. Bubblehead and magazine is like 0.01 pound each. So 1 pound space in your stash box is enough for 100 bubbleheads. So store them all. No, the legendary modules, even though they are classified as scrap on the public test server, they do not drop on death. They work the same as Vault Steel. So they like the same like Vault Steel. If you die, regular scrap is being dropped. The special one, like Vault Steel and legendary modules, will stay in your inventory. So you cannot accidentally lose it. There are no overall improvements to the bow, but there are improvements to the dot, and that's affecting bows with firing arrows. What roles would be considered best for cremators? So currently for cremators, You want two sets of cremator. One and most universal is vampire, damage while aiming, and for the last star, weightless I would recommend, so it doesn't take space in your inventory. And second, something that will do way more damage, so blooded, again, damage while aiming, this is the best second star, and weightless, that would be two best possible cremators to use. Vampire is the most universal one, as you rarely need extra damage for regular enemies and it heals you, so I really like to run around with Vampire. It's possible to create a video of all camp items that give players buffs. There is a bunch of them, but you don't need all of them. And unlocking is usually gold bullion vendors, with exception of ones that were from Atom Shop or exclusively for subscribing for Bethesda newsletter. Yes, bubbleheads and magazines on the public test server were added as crafting components for legendary mod boxes. Am I still planning perfect roll content for what we need to aim for? Yes, but I want to know what exactly is coming with next patch and legendary crafting and combat rebalance. I want to know first exactly how it will be to recommend correctly. If you have plenty of mules to carry all the legendaries, store them all. That's probably the best solution for now. Where do you find or buy pure flax for mods? From player vendors, that's the fastest way if you find the ones selling it. Then endgame bosses drop pure flaxes, that's the second best method. And lastly, you can craft them, but crafting flaxes required gathering nuked flora and killing nuked enemies. And those ingredients as well spoil really fast, so you need good with salt equipped, and then you craft those flaxes, but yeah. The best way is just buy already crafted flaxes or drop them from endgame bosses. That's the best and fastest way. You can use trading discords as well, yes, if you don't find them at player camps. Yeah, I wouldn't take legendary cores from the endgame screen, the season pass screen, because we don't know if they would be good anymore. So I would rather go for modules. Or legendary perks. Is Project Paradise broken? I don't know anything about it. Last time I did it, it was working, but it was before the update, so I don't know. You have a problem and the mission do not appear for you. Which mission, the king? I don't know which mission. Normally, if you are talking about quests and quest lines, if you open your Pip-Boy, it should be there and you can mark it active or inactive from the Pip-Boy. Yeah, scout banners are a good option with your season progression. Scout banners cannot be obtained in game, so it's a good way to stockpile on scout banners too. Alright, so I think I answered all the questions. Therefore, we'll be heading now for the member hangout. And yeah, if you are a member, welcome to join us. If you are not, don't worry, we'll be live tomorrow playing Fallout 76 as usually, Saturday evening. So I hope to see you there. In the meantime, I will continue testing the public test server changes and keep going with all the updates, everything that you need to know. Whenever Bethesda does something, I will keep you updated. So stay tuned. All the updates are coming. And now I wish you amazing weekend and see you soon. Turtle out. Bye.